Our valley is known for art.
I see more pieces of art displayed outside of people's homes.
There's museums everywhere here. Little tiny museums, big Palm Springs Art Museum.
Art in ceramics and glass, and those two mediums have told man's story in every culture for centuries. And it's going to become a lost art.
There was a bowl 10,000 years ago. This is a bowl today, but it resembles a bowl that was made 10,000 years ago.
How they paint these colors into the pottery.
Art has been so defunded that children don't get what they need anymore in terms of imagination.
And when you talk about children, you know, what makes a whole child? What makes a well-educated adult?
I think it's been statistically proven that using both sides of your brain help your total brain.
We always were struggling with ways to get the youth to be more engaged. When we had art in an Ophelia classroom setting, the kids just come alive.
Kids today with technology and just the texting that's going on.
You know, your phone and your email and the TV.
Television, their imaginations aren't needed.
Add to that the fact that we have June, July, August, September, hot, hot, hot.
In this valley, people are held captive by the heat.
Let's say that you or I were depressed, and it can be very easy with disabilities to get depressed. It's so important to have a sense of accomplishment each day and to succeed in that one little goal.
And visual for kids with sensory issues or autism or Asperger's is huge.
And there's nothing more therapeutic than touching and feeling and working with something and manipulating, and I think that's unique to the art form.
Art is so healing. There's art for autism, art for addiction, art for Alzheimer's.
Jewish Family Service approached them when we started a program for homebound seniors, a social activity program. And it just brought them to a space that connected, and conversation was happening, and laughter was lighting up the room, and smiles.
When I make something, I don't think of my age. I'm thinking of what I'm making and how pretty it's going to be, or I want it to be pretty.
There's, again, an explosion of aliveness for these seniors, and that's what's important for them.
The Morning Star Center is a support center for grieving children, teens, and the adults in their lives. Grieving children and teens often struggle to find ways to express themselves. These tiles gave them an opportunity to express something that they were feeling. This one here looks like a teardrop, and this is I love you always.
The way that we run the studio is through fee-based classes that support our outreach classes. So any money that we make at the studio through teaching classes here or through our artisan membership program goes right back into those reduced fee and fee-exempt classes.
You know, here in the Coachella Valley, we have a very unique situation. We have the wealthiest people, Indian Wells, for example, and the poorest poverty levels in Coachella and Thermal.
Really what I wanted the vision to be was to give free classes to people that were underserved.
Mecca, I believe, has the absolutely highest poverty rate in the state.
I just seen like a lot of kids doing art, like young kids who don't have anything.
You have a lot of fear when you have financial difficulties, so it takes people's mind off of that fear.
I don't know, it's something very relaxing about working with their hands and creating something.
Anytime a kid wanders in the door, I love to stick a little block of clay in front of them and see what they can create.
Yeah, first time, so.
Sweet.
It's fascinating when you get to make things, and then you heat it up in this weird type of oven.
So we've created a mobile program with a brand new van.
The mobile program is great. They come here once a week.
You know, we're virtually gonna have 2 studios, one on wheels and one here.
Now they can go out to all different communities and take Old Town Studios right to the front doors.
The mobile program gives us a lot more space. It gives us a better way to transport artwork back to the studio where we have to fire the work. And it also just gives us more materials and more equipment so that we can do more advanced classes.
We've gotten principals of schools. We've had their approval when we can go to second period, where they just have an open room.
The more people see us, the more schools, private and public, call us and say, could you give a class? But we don't have any money, so it needs to be free.
There are so many more who want us to come, and this is where we're asking for help.
get that van on the road. And to do that, we need money.
We need funding for instructors, we need funding for materials, we need funding for our space. Really, I also need volunteers. I need people willing to come and be trained. I have a lot of knowledge that I can share. We all have a lot of knowledge that we can share. I would love to share it with you.
There's 3 seats in front of that van. And my hope and prayer is that we're going to fill those other seats with volunteers that will go with us.
We need people and we need money. That's how we make this thing work. We are really starting to roll here.
Live every second like it's your last. Might as well try out clay.
And I made a Halloween thing.
It's relationships. We build relationships.
I want this studio to feel as though it's a home for people to come and be creative.
Talk and laugh and be with someone for a while.
Yeah, I'm glad that I came.
If you don't believe it, come in and give it a try. If you do believe it, be generous. We could do so much more.
It's about human beings and how they can come together and make art and change lives.
Imagination is more important than knowledge.
Dum 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 da dum da dum 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 da dum 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 da dum da dum.